So I decided to download a little game called Elden Ring, and I already hate it. It all started great and dandy as I fought through the tutorial dungeon, you know, killing little zombie mans, doing whatever, and then it started to go downhill soon after. You see here, I go fight this little knight man, and then I see another guy up ahead, and I take probably 30 seconds to figure out how to pull out my bow, and then finally, I go for the shot. And I miss. And I miss again. And then this goes on for a little bit longer until finally I kill the damn thing. I then move on a bit and kill a few things until finally I hit the dungeon with the first boss, where I pass through this little waterfall thing I thought was pretty cool. Where's Grace? I want to touch Grace again.
There's no Grace. There's a stake of America right there, so don't worry about it. Yep, that's the hardest boss right there. Good luck.
The Soldier of God.
See? Hardest man alive.
Wow, this game would be so hard. I don't know if we'll be able to play this game.
You're the best player in the world. You didn't die. Like, what the hell?
I don't know, man. I
Did
guess I'm
a
cheating.
hitless run against Soldier of God.
I then moved on to touch some Grace real quick, and then save my positioning so that I could go on to the next location, which was this little pillar thing that I did not know how operated, and I just missed the first ride up, like an idiot. I continued to just stand there for probably 30-40 seconds while it went up, and then I just kind of wandered around looking for a switch that my friend told me about. And so once I found it, I went ahead and pulled it, and then I waited another 30 seconds for the damn thing to come back down. Once it finally came down, I decided, you know what, time to take off. And we're at the top. Alright, time to move on. Finally, I hit freedom. No more dark dungeon shit. And then I met this guy.
Unfortunately for you,
Unfortunately for you, however, you are maidenless.
Yes, you are maidenless.
You heard it here, I'm maidenless. And I'm now dead. I fought a man a billion times my size and didn't even stand a chance. Got one-tapped, so then I moved on, got killed again as expected, and then finally, I learned I could touch more Grace. I found these weird water things, thinking they were dragon eggs, and I could spawn some demon to just smoke me. But instead, they just kinda died. Then I did a bit more chopping of the zombie boys, as I do, you know, and then found this very cool little dungeon thing with a very slow door opening animation. Little did I know this would be the bane of my existence. I touched Grace, spoke to a dead guy, and then moved on to get absolutely jumped by a fucking goblin. And we're dead again. Shocker. I then died again. And then, you know, stood a little fight, but then got comboed a bit, and we got rid of the first guy. But will we kill the second guy? The answer is yeah, he was pretty easy. He was too occupied throwing knives at us to defend himself. I then moved on to snipe this goblin who's sitting up on this ledge, and then there's a bit more goblins elsewhere, but I ignored that and then got almost blasted to the next dimension by a flamethrower, and then got jumped by another goblin. They ganged up on me, so of course I was dead. After a few more attempts, I got back up here, decided to go straight for the one on my left. I still didn't know about locking on at this point until right now. I finally found out I didn't have to actually aim 24/7. So yeah, killed that goblin. I then moved on to pull this lever and enter the next boss. Me?
Yeah.
I'm not used to playing games where dodging is something you can do. Oh no. Oh, I thought that was good.
That's good stuff. That's good stuff.
Yeah. I dodged. What?
Easy. It's free. It's free. You got this.
It was anything but free. I then moved on to fight him for the second time, and I bet you can guess what happened. I got smoked in the first 2 seconds, and then I dropped dead a few seconds later. I then go on to die, and die. I then got this run right here that went pretty damn well.
So it's.
Fuck! Then, not surprisingly, I died a few more times and decided that I was gonna get the hell out of there. I'm gonna do that. And then, as usual, I went on and killed a few more of these zombie guys. And then, I showed up and found this little town and decided to sneak up on this giant soldier guy. Which, for now, was okay. Now, unlike me, you might know what that guy was blowing that horn for. I didn't know that he was going to call the whole clan of people to just start group murder session real quick. But yeah, that's pretty much what happened. There's like, I don't know, like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 or 6 guys just following me up this hill as I run for my life, begging and pleading not to die. Unsurprisingly though, I died. At this point, I was nearing the end of my ropes. I didn't know how much more I could take, so I decided to sneak up on that trumpet guy one last time. I then found this little glowing thing, decided to pick it up, and found a map, which we will see what that does later. I then found Grace, decided to touch it, and I got this whole cutscene.
Stomp on me. I didn't do shit, bitch.
What's happening? There's a man's.
Greetings, traveler from beyond the fog. But you, I am afraid,
I'm maidenless.
are maidenless.
Blah, 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 dialogue, and here we go. Finally, the dialogue went somewhere for me, and I got this cool little whistle thing, which I didn't know what it did at the moment, but then eventually I figured out that it was the horse spawner, which I had been asking about earlier in the game. I still didn't seem to use it, don't know why, but then I moved on to go fight some big guy I saw in the distance, and I fucking died again, which is not a surprise. At this point, I was done, so hope y'all enjoyed the video, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye-bye!